Yo guys, welcome back to Techno Games. The CPU cooler might be one of the most important components in a computer, yet it's also one of the most confusing to choose when buying. There are plenty of options, whether air or liquid cooling. I've previously reviewed one of the best air coolers, but in this video, we'll see what happens if we replace the CPU cooler with a GPU cooler. Will it provide satisfactory performance? And will the temperatures be acceptable under load? For this experiment, I used the i5-7500T processor because it has a low power consumption of about 35 watt, meaning its temperature should remain under control. To make this work, I had to remove the heatsink from the GPU chip and also take off the plastic mounting base to fit it onto the motherboard and ensure good contact with the CPU. Additionally, to improve the contact, I removed some unnecessary parts from the heatsink. Now I'll apply a bit of thermal paste and try to press it down as much as possible since it can't be mounted with screws. Of course, because this is an old GPU cooler, it only has two wires, one positive and one negative. Now let's turn on the PC and see how this thing performs. Surprisingly, the PC booted up normally, and in idle conditions, the temperatures were around 25 to 30 Celsius, which is actually excellent. However, under stress using Furmark, the temperature started rising rapidly in an unusual way until it reached about 70 degrees. While this is still within a normal range, it's not the best result, considering that this CPU is relatively easy to cool. In fact, I've run it without a cooler before. That's why I'm not completely satisfied with this experiment. I'm open to any suggestions, modifications you may have, or even testing a bigger GPU cooler.
Like and subscribe.